there anything I can do to be a better mommy to you?
Stop, looking at stuff on Instagram.
Wow.
Khloe Kardashian is basically told to get rid of Tristan Thompson during her trip to Bali. Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick find out they're soulmates. Plus, Kim Kardashian reveals the name of her fourth baby. Hey guys, it's Allie for Hollywood Life with your weekly Dash Cap. But before we start, hit the sub, like, and bell button one time for me. And big shout out to our members, Porcelain Moon, Gabrielle the Brosif, the KUWTK, Shalona Miller, and TMT Argos. Now, let's get to it. The second part of this Bali episode was a huge improvement from last week, in which they just squabbled over nothing for a full hour. Well, actually, they kind of do that in this episode too, but it's funny.
I feel really bad that there's so much food here.
You guys, let's take all the extra food to the village tomorrow.
How are you taking my idea? Why do you look like a saint when I'm the one who thought of it earlier?
We should share it with the village.
All right, guys, I have the best idea. There's so much extra food. Let's take all this food and bring it to all the people in the village.
I have the best idea. We go to the village and give our food to them.
Wait, I just had the craziest idea.
What?
There's so much food, we should bring it to the village tomorrow and give it to people that are hungry.
That is actually a great idea.
Right?
I think I just thought of it.
All right, awesome.
Stop stealing my ideas.
After teasing Khloe, they actually decide not to give away food. Instead, they donated supplies to the local school. But okay, Khloe and Kim had an interesting storyline this episode in which they visited several healers to get a true spiritual experience in Bali. However, their spiritual path led them to a man who sucks on their knees and burps all over them. Belch, please. But okay, right before leaving Bali, the two end up meeting a blind palm reader who's possibly wearing Gucci, and Kim really feels in tune with the spirits around her.
Father's here.
My father?
He came. You have a second boy?
I have a boy that's coming in May.
Oh, di sana dia turun.
That's where he's going to be reincarnated.
Oh, wow.
Kim is so surprised by the reading, she later reveals the potential name for her fourth child.
We just had a reading about reincarnation with a medium, but she told me that my dad would be reincarnated in my second son.
What? I can't wait till he's born.
Should I name him Roberto?
Yes, please.
To the Khloe reading now, because it's so spot on, it's kind of scary. The reader tells Khloe that she's smart, but doesn't feel confident, and although people love her, she feels sad. Then things get super specific.
You know, what happened in the past, and then you're kind of feeling uncomfortable and angry.
Iya, apa dengan pikiran itu?
You cannot forget that.
Kadang ketakutan dia kadang-kadang.
Sometimes you didn't trust the person that you're with now. Sometimes you feel fear. And that's why it kind of causing you this, unstable. That's the one that, kind of controlling your mind, that's make you changing.
Ever since what's happened between Tristan and I, nobody knows. I fight an inner battle with myself in regards to what is the best thing to do for my relationship and for me. This woman is spot on with me, and it's kind of freaking me out.
Even a blind palm reader can see that Tristan is the problem. But all right, to Scott and Kourt, because they also had an emotional storyline this episode. The two had a session with the same healer who had Khloe's knees sucked, but this experience was dramatically different. In this reading, Scott and Kourtney were told that they had been lovers in a past life that separated due to a big tragedy, and the universe is basically trying to put them back together. Not something you really want to hear after just figuring out your co-parenting situation. Or if you're Sofia Richie. Speaking of Sofia Richie, Khloe and Scott discuss her potentially finding out about the whole soulmates thing, possibly from this episode of Keeping Up. However, Scott doesn't seem worried based on Sofia's initial reaction to him being alone with Kourtney on the family trip.
I mean, Sophia knew going into this that I was extremely close with Kourtney. She was like, listen, I will never get in between you and your family and your children. Just speak to me and make me comfortable.
That's very mature of her. I don't know if I could do it. That's very.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
Very mature of her.
She's a better person than I am.
Wow, Sophia's a lot more mature than I expected. I'm a little surprised. Should she be on the show now? I don't know, but what I do know is that we are at the end of this video, so hit the sub, like, and bell button for our weekly Dash Caps, and don't forget to watch Keeping Up Sunday nights only on E!